Hi. All right. So today we are going to look at three different things. I actually made a little document here, this OneDrive folder. Let me share my screen with you first. There you go. That'll help you see it. All right. So you can see that today we're going to talk about what is a snip, how to make a OneDrive folder, and how do I attach a file. So all of these are pivotal to your success, not only in business, but in this particular class. So what is a snip? Snip is a great feature. All right, so I have something snipped right here. I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out and start from scratch. So if you go down to your search bar and just type in SNIP, you can basically grab anything that you see on the internet. Anything that is on your screen that you can see, you can snip using the snipping tool. I'm a big fan of the snipping tool in general. And so the way it works is this. Once you type in snip and you pull up the tool, you'll hit new and you'll see that your screen will go gray and you will get these little crosshairs. Just simply hold down the mouse button and drag it across and you will snip whatever you drag across. That automatically enters your clipboard and you can use it in other programs. So if I just knock this down and I'm going to go to this line and hit enter a few times, I'm going to right click and hit paste. That's what I just snipped. And it is in there like a picture and I can move it around and I can manipulate it as so. So let's just go crazy and let's go here to Laverne High School's homepage. And I want to snip something from the Laverne High School homepage. I'm going to hit new. It's going to go gray. And I can just grab whatever I want. It's going to grab it. It's in my clipboard. And then I'm going to return back to that Word document that we're working off of today. Right click and paste. And there it is. You can resize it so it's more appropriate. And you have now the ability to add anything you see on the internet into any work product that you have. So I'm calling snip done. What is a snip? I'm going to put a highlight over this just so that we can make sure that we are keeping track so we know how to snip. How do you make a OneDrive folder? Great. Okay, so I want to create a folder in OneDrive to save all my documents in. And you really need this for each class that you're in. Well, if your teacher uses internet, if your teacher accepts things that you email them. If you're working on any document, you need to kind of think of it like this. You don't want to be the student with ragged up papers in your backpack that aren't in folders, and you have to go through your entire backpack to turn in that assignment. You want to be the student that has folders in your backpack for each class so that you can neatly store what you need so you'll be able to access it quickly whenever you're looking for it. Same thing with the computer. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to that Laverne website and we're going to go into our email. And I know I'm going kind of fast, but I also know that you can pause this video anytime you want. And so for those of you who need to pause it because I'm going too fast, that's cool. But for those of you who know what you're doing, then, I don't want to waste your time. All right. Once you're in Outlook, you can go to this little dotty dotty thing up here. It's called a waffle. And we are going to our OneDrive. Now, this OneDrive is a magical place. We used to use little flash drives and carry them around, store information. But with OneDrive, we can just throw it all in the OneDrive and it stores in the cloud for us, which is pretty great. So I'm in the OneDrive right now, and I'm going to go home and I want to go to my files. Now I've got some of these created right here, and just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and delete those and get these out of my way because I don't need those. Those are from last year. So I'm going to delete those 7 items and get them out of my way. And I'm going to start new with you guys. So we are in my files and I want to create a new file. So I'm going to go create or upload folder and I'm going to select a unique color. It's really convenient for you to select a unique color that is not a typical file folder color. So it's easier for you to find. Let's go with orange. Orange. All right. Now for this class, you're in marketing 1. Oh, let's try to spell it correctly. And I'm going to put my name and I'm going to put my period. That way, when you look at it quickly, you'll be like, oh, yeah, that's the folder I can grab to it. You can go ahead and do, chemistry, your name and your period, and go ahead and set up folders for your other classes. I highly recommend it. And when you get to the point that you're doing Tennessee Achieves and you need to keep track of your hours, you need any type of system in order to keep track of what you're saving online, creating folders is the best way to do that. So I'm going to hit create and you're going to see it pop up right there. See, it's orange. It's pretty great. Want to open it? There's nothing in it. Well, of course there's not. We just created it. All right. So we have now created our folder. Now, you do kind of need to show me how you did that. You need to show me that you have a OneDrive folder created. The best way to do that is to make a snip of it. So we're going to go ahead and go back to our snip, which should still be open. Again, you just type snip in the search bar if you need it. And I'm going to go new. My screen's going to go gray. And I'm going to go ahead and drag these crosshairs, make sure I get that OneDrive, make sure I get my name, and come way over here and make sure that I get that marketing one. The snipping tool is going to automatically give me a preview of what that is over the snip I just made. And I'm going to just simply hit save. When I hit save, it's going to ask me where I want to save it. Aha. Go to your OneDrive, scroll down till you see that orange. Oh, there's the orange marketing one. And I'm going to rename it. It's a great idea to always rename things before you save them, because if you come back into this file later, you're not going to remember what screenshot 20250828209. You're not going to remember what that is. So I'm going to call this snip of OneDrive. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my last name. And I'm going to go ahead and hit my period. If you do that with every file, you build some consistency. And so when you go back and you look, you're like, oh, yeah, I remember doing that. And you can go ahead and check it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. All right. So now just to verify, here it is, my files. I'm going to look in there. Oh, it still says folder is empty. That's not crazy. You want to hit refresh and let the system catch up just a little bit. Now, when I go in there, I should see it. There it is, snip of OneDrive. All right. So now, in order to turn in this assignment, I want to go back to my email. I'm going to go new mail right there. You're going to send all things to shieldsj at rcschools.net. You'll see my name pop up right there. Anytime you turn something in, you want to put the assignment and the period. You could put your last name, but it's from your email, so I know your last name at that point in time. But if you want to keep that consistency, I'm here for it. So OneDrive snip is the name of this assignment. Let's make it look prettier. OneDrive snip. And we'll just put period 1. All right. Now, sometimes in Outlook, you will end up shifting between these tabs. But remember, we need to be in the message tab because we are altering our message. So if you're in home, you're gonna be like, I don't see what you're talking about. But if you go to message, you will see this nifty paperclip right here. It says attach file to this item. That's exactly what we want to do. Kind of like paper clipping 2 pieces of paper together. It's the same idea. So I'm going to go to my OneDrive. Now, there's going to be a bunch of stuff here that's going to be really confusing, and you might be able to find the file that you're looking for, but it usually doesn't work out right. There's some formatting issues there. I found it easier to just jump into your files. Up, there's that folder, Marketing One Shield. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And then here's the snip of OneDrive that I just created. We do not want to share. So briefly, there's 2 ways to attach files. You can share or you can attach. In the business world, you're sending contracts back and forth. And so if you sent a contract to someone that said, hey, you're going to pay me $40K for this job, and you shared it with them, they could alter that file and then send it back to you. And then you might not send it back to you signed. And then you might not think to go back and check that amount. And they could have changed it to 38K or something like that. So we want a history of files back and forth. And if you attach it and you go back and look at this email, you can say, hey, I sent this to you, it said 40K. And then when you sent it back to me, it said 38K. So there's a problem there in negotiation. So you always want to have that documentation back and forth. And so you want to attach files, not share them. In the same vein, if you are working with a group project and you want that file to be constantly changed because somebody's going to write the second paragraph or somebody else's job to do something, then sharing it's the best way because you don't have those old files just clogging up your system. You just have that one file that you're working on. So if you are sharing files because you're working on the same project, that share is a great idea. But in the business world, we attach so that we have documentation of each change. Now that I've said all that, we attach in this class. So go to share link. I'm not going to hit share. I'm going to hit this caret right next to it and hit the word attach. Boom, it's going to attach right there. Perfect. I've done everything that I need to do. I have attached the file. I've got my subject line right. I'm sent it to me and I'm going to hit send. Now the super secret is I get a lot of student emails. And so your emails go into this little box here, but my emails come straight to. So I can see that this is the person that sent it to me. I can see what the assignment is. I can see what period you are, and I can easily put it in the grade book, which is what I'm all about. Let's go before we sign off, go back and check. So OneDrive folder, what is a SNP? I've done that. How do I make a OneDrive folder? Check, we've done that. How do I make a file? Oh, we've done that. Okay, go ahead and check that off. And I think we're done. So follow the directions, send me a snip of your new OneDrive folder, and we will get that graded and get that in. Thank you very much for your attention, and I will see you in class.